Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dead. Ah! What? I'm sorry.
The frantic key smashing is such a mood.
I only know how to win this game by key smashing. Nothing else.
No, honestly, that was me too doing my best yesterday.
I hate it here. My zombie does no damage. He's shield bot. Yeah. He was my trophy husband until I want her to die.
Okay, so while that's ongoing, so we're actually gonna make a text channel for you guys to be able to react and stuff while the PowerPoint is going on. So no need to later. So how are you guys today? There is me. How many are we? Wait, I'm gonna count. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so we're 15. Hello everyone. That is important. Are we allowed to or is it like all of the PowerPoint topics are gonna be a surprise? Ooh, ooh, okay. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know how to pronounce it either. Yeah, that's right. That's true, that's true. Okay, so from those topics, which are you guys most excited to hear about tonight? Mine is the with the male wife monsters, man. Oh, say- okay. Okay, so okay, so actually, honestly, I'm also excited for that. So, let's give some guesses. So from the different male wives, different I mean, different monsters. Which which of them, for you guys is number one? Like, let's see if there's like a winner. I don't even know. Is he considered a monster? Is the pirate agent considered a monster? Oh god. Monsters in bed don't count. Okay. Okay, okay. Animal hypostasis. Okay, interesting. Why animal? Okay, so Chi, I see your choice is Ossial. Um, why? All of them, or actually, that's a good question. Like, for Ossial, does he count as just one entity, or is each head a separate male life? Not close to him. It's okay. Someone's.
Don't know her.
Okay. So others that I were mentioned. A muted churl. A treasure hunt in Lantern, right? There was one muted churl with little cave. What does the cave have to do with the Malewife status? Like, he has a nice home for us prepared. Like, Osiel doesn't, you know. Like, he's very inconsiderate. Does the Valen count? uh, yeah. The Valen also has a home for you, I guess. Unusual hilly trail. Okay. That's fair. At least the hilly trail is if hypothetically you married a unusual hilly trail, you'd be more or less an agreeable height difference. This Rex now is in dragon form count. I think that's not fair. Okay. The whole development quest is about fixing him. Okay. Interesting. That's true though. Okay. Calling out cryo abyss mages. Okay, but like okay, what is the difference between the cryo abyss mages and the other ones? Like what is so special about the cryo one? I am so confused. Okay, seaweed says unusual hilitral. He can provide mora and cabbage. Seaweed is vegetarian and money hungry. Okay, that's true. It doesn't matter what other people say. The male wife is about who is the one suited for you. But you stop. Yeah, as a Kaya main, Cryo Abyss Mages just hit different. Like they remind me of him. It's the closest thing I can get to having Kaya as a male wife. Okay, unusual Hilicha makes your ex be weird. He's built different. Okay.
Um,
I've only encountered him once though, so I can't say I'm close enough to him to make a nice opinion. Uh,
okay, so I have the list. I'm gonna paste it on the screen share so you know I'm legit, not just making it up.
wait, I don't want to pause your heads. Okay, so the arrangement is first is Alana, then Gabby, then Han, then Chia, then Moy, then Halix. If I'm sure I hope I pronounce all of those right.
You guys can trade if you
So,
want.
You can trade. Yeah, you can just feel free to tag if ever you want to trade with someone. And
Wait,
that's
Alana
fine.
isn't here yet. I'm pinging her. So whoever second, you will go first. Okay,
Is
okay.
Gabby
Let's
here?
fuck the order then. Maia, you can go first, and Moira will go last. Is that okay?
Wait, for real? Is Alana not here yet?
She's not here yet. Yeah, she's not online. She's
Oh, I wasn't sure
probably
about
in
that.
mass or something.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Wait. Before we start, if anyone is particularly inspired, I would just like to remind you you can last 100% if you'd like. And then
Yeah.
check notice for the voting form. So we need the public opinion, even though a third of the list is gonna get a Welkin, so it doesn't really matter. And we hope you enjoy. This is the first of many events that our server is gonna host, and our project will host. But yeah, so expect more insane
Ooh.
discussions and things like that around Genshin lore. But yeah, let me read out your intro because you actually haven't. So Mai is presenting first. Fuck this order, just ignore it. And then I asked everyone to write a description, so we can have a one-line intro for everyone. But then all they wrote was "if you know, you know," and a question and a winky face. So I'm not sure what that
Oops,
means.
I forgot we were actually using that.
We have we wanted to keep it somewhat formal. Okay. I mean, feel free to
Okay,
start.
okay. Yes, hello. I will share. I want everyone to know I literally finished this like a minute before joining this call, so please don't expect so much.
Ooh.
I will. This is very fast because I wanted to go first. Because I also collaborated with Mo on the Monster Fucker tier list. Okay, I will share screen. I hope it. Okay. Ah. Oh. Okay. Can everyone see my PowerPoint?
We can see it. We can see it.
Okay. Yeah, so I will start. I'm sorry, I also don't know what to say. Okay, so Xingqiu is secretly the Hydro Archon, real, not clickbait, 100% true and factual theory that I totally spent a lot of time researching and didn't just start earlier because I realized it was already nighttime. Alright, so what do we know about the Hydro Archon? So, just the basics. Hydro Archon's ideal is justice. They rule over the Fontaine region based on France. And what we know of them so far is that they are not the original Archon, so they are not from the original seven Archons. As we know, that's just Zhongli and Venti. So, the current Hydro Archon took over is in any number of in the line of the succession of the original Archon, and we don't know how the ascension, the Archon process happens because the only ones we know so far are the two original ones. So, and in the trailer, the chapter preview trailers that Dane Sleeve narrated, their chapter is called Masquerade of the Guilty, sexy, and it says that the god of justice lives for the spectacle of the courtroom, seeking to judge all other gods, but even she knows not to make an enemy of the divine. And of course, they're very sexy gemstone lines, which is my ideals have no stains. I must correct you. People here bear no sins in the eyes of the gods. Only law and the tribunal can judge someone. They can judge even me. So praise my magnificence and purity. So, of course, what we see here is that since their ideal is justice, they have a priority over rational thought and fairness and equality. But also, I find it very interesting that they say that their region, quote unquote, bears no sins. So, is that really true? Can you really say that an entire region of people bear no sins in the eyes of the god? Or really, is there something that you're hiding from us? So, I don't believe that an enemy as bitchy as Celestia can really see no fault in anybody. So what we know about Xinqiu, yay! So second son of the Fey and Commerce Guild. Fun fact that I learned, he handles the silk trade in Lie, actually, which is why his ascension mat is the silk flower, but he is often mysteriously absent from his duties. Woo! And he is the apprentice of the Gua arts. I spelled clan wrong, of course I did. And um, so this is actually a summary of his vision story, which is that he completely grasped the ancient arts only within 4 years, and the principles, basically like the founding principles, he understood it just so fucking well that he wrote a verse on it, and it moved the clan elders to tears. And the clan elder said, "It is not Xinqiu who needs the Gua clan, but the Gua clan that needs Xinqiu." And the verse is currently locked up, but it's only locked up because his handwriting is so shit. Baby, idiot baby. So, yeah, that's the entire summary of his vision story. But what I find interesting is that he's a Hydro Vision user, right? But his vision story doesn't actually at any point mention why he got the vision or at what point in the story he got the vision. The entire story only actually talks about like his thing with the clan. So it's kind of actually ambiguous, like what that actually has to do with his vision, but go off, I guess. So I'm sorry, the rest of this is just going to be screenshots from the wiki because, as I said, I was cramming this. So, like, these are just going to be lines that connect Xinqiu to the ideals of the Hydro Archon. So, of course, and as a Hydro user, you can kind of see the connections there. So, in his in-game character, it says that he has a heart of gold and yearns for justice and fairness for all, and that in his character story, it says that he suddenly disappears for hours at a time with no explanation. And when asked why, he simply replies, "A moment of solitude." And this can mean a lot of things for him, such as visiting the bookstore, fucking around with Chongyun, probably. But sometimes for him, that means he is off to fight for justice in the name of chivalry. Ooh, justice. So and again, going back to the lines of the gemstone, it says, "My ideals have no stains." So the Hydro Archon is implying that their ideals, since they believe in justice and they believe in rational and they believe in fairness, just so fucking much that their ideals are basically super pure. Praise my magnificence and purity. There's nothing wrong with my ideals, and I have the correct morals, and I am so fucking pure, like water. Wow. And so, and in one of Zinchu's lines, the notion of chivalry means different things to different people, but to Zinchu, chivalry simply means be good and do good. So to Zinchu, he lives his entire life by the morals of chivalry, by the code of chivalry, and that so long, even though it's hard, so long as he does what the code of chivalry says, then he was correct, right? So you can kind of see the parallels there that he lives, he's basically like a lawful good. He lives by whatever the code says. And similar to the Mr. Courtroom drama of the Hydro Archon, so long as it goes against the rationale and the justice dealings that they go against, that you can judge even the Archon themselves, so long as you base it off of whatever that system is that we don't know about yet technically how that works. So um, and just saying, even in Zinchu's outfit, there's an allusion to his true identity. So on his weird crest thingy that's super hard to draw, so you can see the moniker of two leaves, and just saying, those totally look like olive leaves. And what does the and who which Greek god is represented by the olive branch? That's right, Athena, the goddess of wisdom and rational thought. And Athena also represents the intellectual side of war and the virtues of justice and skill. So, just saying that might be an illusion. And one of the Fontaine NPCs also says that in some other people might find Fontaine's like dress kind of showy and impractical. Just saying, look at Zinchu's entire outfit that as an artist is absolutely terrible to draw. It's a bad time. So, just saying. So, more lines that make Zinchu sus as hell. So, in the story quest, Zinchu says to silently disappear at the matter's conclusion, concealing one's name and contribution. This is the chivalrous thing to do. And he is also inspired by tropes in his martial arts novels, such as the king who wears a disguise and mingles with the common folk. So, he already has a penchant for being mysterious and hiding away and concealing one's true contribution. So, also, he has a line that says, from the story, from his sadly very boring story, he has a line that says, "Justice is blind to our background." So, what is he alluding there? Is he possibly implying that, just because he's from Leia doesn't actually stop him from being the Hydro Archon? Because, I mean, the original 7 Archons were the ones who originally founded the region, right? So, of course, the original Hydro Archon would be the one that made Fontaine. But we don't know how the actual process of picking a new Archon goes, so nothing says that someone from Lie can become the next Hydro Archon. So, just saying. And also in the story, Zinchi says that he avoids using his vision because he dislikes the fair advantage it gives against his enemies. So, of course, it can just be seen as, normal chivalrous shit. He wants to be equal. He wants to live by justice, which, of course, we already know that about him. But, could he possibly also be saying that there's another reason why he avoids using his vision? Could it be because he's trying to conceal the nature of his true powers? So, but of course, if he's a Hydro Archon, why is he in Lie? So, again, we go back to Dainsleif's trailer. So, why is it called Masquerade of the Guilty? And why did Dainsleif make a point to note that even she knows not to make an enemy of the divine? Also, I know that says she, but listen, the Archons are gender fluid, whatever. So why does Dainsleif make a point to note about the Hydro Archon being scared as shit of Celestia? So of course we know that the Hydro Archon claims that their people have no sins against Celestia, which sure, whatever, go off, I guess. But Masquerade of the Guilty, could it be saying that the Hydro Archon is hiding something from us? That why are they masquerading? Or could it be that the Hydro Archon knows not to make an enemy of the divine because they made a mistake? They made a mistake and now they are guilty and they have to masquerade themselves. And what is a really good way to masquerade yourself is to hide in another fucking country, right? So, uh, and so, and also Zhongli mentions Zhongli's only line about the Hydro Archon is justice flows across the surface of the waters. So that's the same shit that we've been told this whole time about justice, whatever, whatever. But Zhongli, why only the surface of the waters? Shouldn't justice penetrate to even the depths of the water? What are you implying? What else is under there? What is under the surface of the waters? Zhongli, babe, tell us. So I ran out of and this is the point where I realized it was 8 o'clock. So yes, thank you for listening. This was my completely not clickbait, 100% true uh, theory that Xingqiu is the Hydro Archon. I'm just saying, Xingqiu's sus as hell, and we can never tell. I'm sure. Look at him. Look, he's hiding something. Just saying. So that is my presentation. Thank you.
What
Not
the fuck?
clickbait, 100% true.
That was
Thank
so
you for listening.
good. Anyone wanna give live feedback to me? Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna see some notable stuff from the chat. So, what you guys have to say about it? Honestly, my mind is completely open. My brain.
Also, my brother was watching me make the slide where I was putting circles around the leaves, and he was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Oh my god. Honestly, this opened my mind. Like, this opened my eyes. Like, like, Gabby, are you ready? We can still, for you.
Yeah. Gabby, you can set up your screen share. Thank you for
Okay.
being okay with being
Hello.
second.
It's
So,
okay.
we'll read out your intro, your one line intro. So, Gabby is going to be presenting a tier list of the characters' special dishes. For her input in the do you have any comments or suggestions for us, she put, "We are very sexy." Thank you, Gabby. And Gabby is a very average Kazuha enjoyer. So, Kazuha enjoyer. So, as someone who waited 3 months for Hutao, Gabby's probably gonna be waiting 2 years at this rate. So, she's unhinged.
I'm
And
dedicated.
we're so excited to see your presentation.
Thank you. Okay, I will screen share it now. You guys see that?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just gonna start. So, hello, I'm Gabby, and I'm going to be presenting my extremely subjective Genshin Impact special dish tier list. So, the 4 tiers are going to be me want bite, which means I would actively seek to eat this on a regular basis. Looks yummy, which is I would probably eat it often. It seems like something I'd like. And then nothing special, which is I'd try it at least once, but I don't think it's gonna be a favorite. And then suspicious tier, which is just I'm not gonna eat that. So my basis for ranking all of the food is going to be the appearance, the in-game description, and my incredibly subjective opinions. So we're gonna start with our 1-star special dishes. First is Amber's Outriders Champion Steak, which immediately gets put in suspicious tier because the in-game description does not make it sound like it tastes good at all. And then next is Kaya's Fruity Skewers, which I placed in nothing special tier because it looks like a standard chicken mushroom skewer, just with a sweeter aftertaste. Though it's interesting that Kaya actually uses alcohol to make it sweet, not fruits. Next is Bennett's Teyvat charred egg, which I placed in looks yummy tier because that looks like a really good fried egg. And even though the in-game description kind of implies that the burnt edges are supposed to be a bad thing, I like my fried eggs crispy, so that's a win for me. Therefore, it is in looks yummy tier. Next is Ningguang's Jiankun Moro meat, which I placed in me want bite tier because the description sounds really fucking good. And Ningguang basically took 1-star food and made it look like 5-star food. So yes, I would want to eat that every day. Next is Beto's flash fried fillet, which I placed in nothing special tier because honestly, I mean, it looks like the normal stir fry, but it has really cute sailor themed vegetable slices, which I appreciate. Next is Diona's Definitely Not Bar Food, which I placed in looks yummy tier. The description makes it sound like it tastes really, really good. And we all know that Diona works in the culinary field, so I trust her. But in the end, it's just a skewer, so I was like, I don't know. I mean, how good can this be? So I just placed it in looks yummy tier. Also, side note, I don't really like fish, but I like salmon, so this gets a pass. Next is Kuching Survival Grilled Fish, which is like the other skewers. It just has a fancier handle. This seems like it tastes good based on the description, but it's probably not super outstanding like Diona's. And it has an interesting cooking process because she cooks it with electricity. I'm not a huge fan of fish though, like I said, so I just placed this in nothing special tier. So this is our tier list so far, including all of the 1-star special dishes. And now we move on to the 2-star special dishes with starting off with Lisa's Mysterious Bolognese, which I gave a question mark out of 5 in terms of appearance because I don't know how the tomatoes became purple. The in-game description still makes it seem like it tastes good though, so I'd probably try it at least once, but I don't know what this is supposed to taste like. So, I don't know. Also, sorry, that's my cat. Next is Barbara's Spicy Stew, which I placed in nothing special tier because it really doesn't seem like there's anything special about it. It's literally just the cream stew, except spicy, and I don't like spicy food. Next is police fish flavored toast, which I also placed in nothing special tier for the same reason as Barbara. I mean, it seems like it's standard fisherman's toast, but it has a very cute presentation, very fitting for Klee, so I like that. Next is Noel's lighter than air pancakes, which immediately go to me want bite tier because if I could eat this for breakfast every day without any repercussions, I would eat this for breakfast every day. Next is Shinyan's Rockin' Riffin Chicken, which looks super fucking cool because it's literally on fire, but the in-game description makes it sound like it tastes like nothing except spice, and I don't really like spicy food, so I placed it in suspicious tier. Next is Xingqiu's All Delicacy Parcels, which are basically a super upgraded version of Hakao. The in-game description implies that Xingqiu knows how to cook, so I'm pretty sure this tastes good, so I placed it in looks yummy tier. Next is Chongyun's Cold Noodles with Mountain Delicacies. It looks like your average plate of cold noodles, but the description said these springy noodles would be irresistible in the sweltering summer. And you know what season it is right now here in the Philippines? Summer. So I placed this in looks yummy tier. This is Mona's version of a satisfying salad, which I placed in nothing special tier because it's literally a satisfying salad with extra garnish, so I don't think it's that special. I'm sorry, Mona. Next is Xiao's Sweet Dream, which probably has the cutest in-game description out of all Genshin Impact special dishes. but it doesn't do anything to describe what it tastes like, so I had to refer to the Teyvat food notes, which just explain that it's regular almond tofu with different toppings. So I placed it in nothing special tier. Next is Hu Tao's Ghostly March, which has super cute presentation because she shaped the abalone like little happy ghosts. And the smoke that comes out of the dish is also a happy ghost, so that's super fucking cute. But the in-game description is so suspicious. Why did they word it like that? I don't feel safe eating it. Also, I don't like abalone, so I placed it in suspicious tier. Next is Rosaria's Dinner of Judgment, which I gave a scary out of 5 in terms of appearance because I don't know how she made this sweet madame look threatening, but she did. The in-game description does say that it tastes good though, but I don't feel like it tastes super different from regular sweet madame. It's just super edgy. So I placed it in nothing special tier. And here is our updated tier list with all of our 2-star special dishes. And now we will be moving on to our 3-star special dishes, starting off with Razor's Puppy Paw Hash Brown, which is the cutest shit I've ever seen in my life. It's shaped like a fucking paw. The in-game description doesn't really make it seem like it tastes super good though, so I placed it in nothing special tier, but I'm very sure that Razor put a lot of effort into it, which I admire. Next is Fischl's version of a cold cut platter. Uh, it looks like a normal cold cut platter, and even the in-game description doesn't really talk about what this is supposed to taste like. So I just assumed it tastes like a normal cold cut platter. She just put a weird pattern made of pink sauce on it. So I placed that in nothing special tier. Next is Jean's Invigorating Pizza, which I placed in looks yummy tier because it looks good. It looks like something I would order from Mama Lou's or any Italian restaurant, and I admire its equal distribution of pizza toppings. Next is Shangling's Wanmin Restaurant's Boiled Fish. I know Shangling is like a celebrity chef in Teyvat, so I'm 100% sure this is supposed to taste super good. Even if you read the description, it sounds like it tastes super good. But I don't like fish and I don't like spicy food. But it also feels wrong to put Shangling in nothing special, so I just placed her in looks yummy tier, because, I mean, I'd probably still want to eat this. Next is Chi Chi's No Tomorrow, which gets a 5 out of 5 in appearance because she turned the tofu into little ducks, which is super cute. The in-game description though mentions that Chi Chi has no sense of taste and that just putting chopsticks to the food is going to take some courage. So I don't know how I feel about that. I want to give Chi Chi the benefit of the doubt, but also I don't want to risk eating that myself. So it goes in suspicious tier. Next is Sucrose's Nutritious Meal version 593. This looks like something you would see in Wholesome Table or any of those like super healthy superfood restaurants. The in-game description kind of just feels like it's like a crab ham and veggie bake with more vegetables. So that's not a bad thing to me. I mean, it looks good, so I just placed it in looks yummy tier. Next is Ganyu's Prosperous Peace, which is automatically put in Me Want Bite tier because that is probably one of the best presentations for any Genshin Impact special dish. I mean, look at it. I'm literally too scared to eat it because it's art, and if I ate it, that means I'd have to destroy the art. The in-game description kind of implies it. Ganyu put a lot of thought and effort into the food, and just basing on the ingredients and the description of Universal Peace, I just kind of assumed that this would taste like mango sticky rice or something, which I like. So that works out. I placed it in Me Want Bite tier. Next is Albedo's Woodland Dream, which gets a 5 out of 5 in terms of appearance because the story for its plating is super, super cute. And even though I want to give this a 5 out of 5 for Albedo's smile alone, seriously, I mean, the fish looks like it tastes good based on the description. Probably not super special, but still good. And even though I mentioned that I don't like fish, this kind of looks like paniga, which I like. So I placed it in looks yummy tier. Next is Diluc's Once Upon a Time in Mondstadt, which is a me want by tier because Diluc has to be fucking perfect at everything, even cooking apparently. And even though this looks super unhealthy, I still want to eat it. So that's in me want by tier. Next is Venti's A Buoyant Breeze, which has very cute presentation because he made the onions shaped like a heart. That's super cute. And he placed the Cecilia on it. However, the in-game description doesn't really say that it tastes like super special. It's just like a implied thing. But I'm very interested in what the flavor of a wind that brings hope and tiny twists of fate is supposed to taste like. So I placed it in looks yummy tier. Next is a child surprise catch, which arguably probably has the worst presentation out of all the dishes in this game. It literally looks like he just dumped the whole octopus into some. And even the in-game description, like half of the in-game description, just talks about how unappealing it looks. But I'm pretty sure it tastes okay, so I just placed it in nothing special tier. And last, we have Zhongli's slow-cooked bamboo shoot soup, which literally looks like 5-star food. The description sounds super fucking good. It literally sounds like how a waiter would describe food to you at a gourmet restaurant. And Zhongli's been alive for 7,000 years, and he used to eat a lot with Cloud Retainer and Guizhong. So I'm pretty sure he knows how to cook. And here is our final tier list, including every single special dish from Genshin Impact. Feel free to share your opinions on my tier list. Okay, that's it. That's my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gabby.
I
Okay, let's just
love
keep
you,
it on the
Gabby.
slide for a bit longer so everyone can see it.
Your tier list
Okay.
is beautiful. I love your tier list.
Does
Yeah,
any
You're
I think
so
you're absolutely
like
right.
know so much about food. What the hell?
Does anyone
Oh,
have any
it's so hard
questions for
to know
Gabby?
food.
Q&A time for
I'm only
Gabby?
angry. I'm only
Q&A,
angry about the
Q&A.
placement of Razor's Puppy Paw hash browns.
Agree.
I'm sorry. I mean, I acknowledge that it's super cute, but it's like it just doesn't like the description didn't say it tasted super good.
It's
Okay, I'm
good
Gabby,
sorry
because it's
about
made with
the
love.
puppy hash
Yeah.
brown.
didn't you make the puppy paw hash brown in real life?
Yes, I did make the puppy paw hash brown in real life.
How was it?
Yeah.
I mean, it was okay. It was just a hash brown. I'm
Dare
sorry.
you? How
Okay.
dare you?
Okay, let's ask the people. Currently, there's more than 6 people who believe that your tier for Razor's dishes is cow.
Okay, I'll fix it here. I'll move
You're
it
gonna edit this.
here. Are we satisfied now?
I will accept this, but I'm mad that he's not at the top of the first tier.
Oh my
I don't
god.
know. You go first.
Make
Thank
her edit
you.
the whole
The people have spoken. All right. So, people were arguing about the look and child's male wife status. But you were joining hands over your tier for Razor's dish. So, any more questions, everyone? Child over the look. Okay.
Fatui housewife,
Gabby,
back me up.
who's
Fatui
more male
housewife.
wife? Child or
Okay.
Diluc?
Oh no, I personally
We
I
should
think
solve this. Yeah.
I'm a child supremacist. Remember, I didn't base this off of their actual characters, just the food itself.
Okay, that's a very valid claim. Okay, any more
If
questions,
just the
everyone?
food PowerPoint made us fight this much in chat, I can't wait until the fucking
I'm
monster
so
fucker
sorry
appears.
for making
Oh
you guys
God.
fight.
No, Gabby, it's not your fault.
No,
You're just
Gabby.
picking fights.
Yeah, no, actually, I'm thankful for you for making them pick a fight. It's just fun to watch, you know?
I'm gonna back read the chat later because I didn't see any of it.
Okay, let
I
me
want
know.
no, I want to say this out loud so that it's listed in the stream. It's noted in the stream VOD that cannot see that right now they are fighting over the Diluc apologists and the Diluc haters are fist fighting in the chat
They
with
look
Lance
apology.
and Chia saying that child is a better male wife, and mostly Moira saying that she can fix Diluc. So, um, oh
Wait,
no,
wait, Mars, they look apologist.
Moira's a
Yes.
Diluc.
Oh my god, I was wondering who that was. I was like, what do I call their name? Oh my
Oh
god.
no, guys.
I can fix him.
Just a couple weeks ago, we were all Diluc haters, and someone sends one fucking voice line in the chat, and suddenly they're all Diluc apologists.
Okay, honestly, his voice line
Oh,
is
there's Carmen. Carmen was the one that sent it. There you go. Apologize for your sins.
He really does sound like a boy. Like, I want him to shut up. Like, you can keep talking.
I'm not taking a side. I'm not taking a side. Polly, you and I are here as the K apologists.
You're right. You're right. You're right. I will not be swayed.
We are not taking a stand. We are watching from afar.
So the look apologist said, because the look hate is so valid. Okay.
So true.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. So we have lots of questions for Mara now.
Who thinks that Moira should go to therapy?
No, we still have Moira's PowerPoint. We have to put her fucker tier list, please.
Yeah, we can ask that question after.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
after we
what?
see the tier list, she really needs to go to therapy.
I support. I support. Okay, who's next? We can keep fighting about this.
They're fighting.
Okay.
The girls are fighting.
I can't fight. Like, I know that the look is not as good as Chilled. Like, I'm here and I'm accepting it, but I can fix him. I swear. I swear I can make him happy, guys.
Bob the Builder bitches, where y'all at?
I can fix it.
His name's Child, not Chilled.
Child, right?
Hey,
No,
I've
he's
been
from
pronouncing
Chennai.
it Chilled all my life.
He's from Khaenri'ah and
Yeah,
he's cold. Therefore, he's cold.
How did I pronounce it?
I'll start calling him
Tortilla.
Tortilla? Wait, for real. How do you pronounce Diluc? Why do we all say it different?
Diluc? Diluc?
I say Diluc.
I
Diluc.
think Diluc is the most uh,
Diluc.
Yeah, because I hear Diluc, I hear Diluc, and I say Diluc.
I'm going to ask Kaya right now. I'm opening my character screen because he's the only right.
So true. Diluc is pronounced trash can.
No.
It's okay.
I
They
can't
don't
believe-
deserve rights. None of
I
them
can't
deserve
believe-
rights. We can pronounce
I
the
can't-
names however we want.
I can't believe child. It's child. That's so weird. In my head, it's chilled.
That's why I have to say Tartaglia fucker, because if I say his other name, it kind of sounds weird.
I'll start calling him Ajax.
That's a dead name, bro.
Don't that name, Talia.
Kaya pronounces it as Diluc, like Diluc, and I always trust
Fuck
you.
no,
He's the
Kaya.
male
I don't
manipulator.
like that. I don't like it.
Kaya might be a male manipulator and a liar, but I will trust him no matter what he says.
Can we call him the redhead instead? You know, why do we always make fun that Child is the ginger? Why can't we make fun of Diluc for being a redhead? I think we should start bullying Diluc more.
He is a redhead. I mean, what do you mean bully the look more? Don't we already?
No, more.
No, Diluc deserves more hate. He's
Okay,
disgusting.
Okay, the only thing that I will allow that is completely valid is at least Diluc has a real ponytail and not a rat tail. I will
is true.
unfortunately
That's not fair.
give him
You know?
that. I will allow him that.
I will close my eyes at Ganyu.
Oh my god.
Okay, Kea and Zhongli both have rat tails, and Child at least has normal hair, but Diluc has a
Hey,
real
no.
ponytail. And
Hey, no
Zhongli
way.
has a ponytail.
no, it's cropped at the sides. It's short. It's a rat tail. It's just not that
It's straight
obvious.
up. It's a rat tail.
Yeah, it's his hair short on the sides.
Oh my god.
It's a weird. It's not as obvious as
Yeah.
Ganyu's. Ganyu's is really bad, but
But like rat tails were probably the in thing, you know. Like maybe Diluc's hair was the ugly part in their time, you know.
Yeah, maybe Diluc is just off trend.
He's ahead of his time.
wait, you know those edits that give them like the fucking Instagram haircuts? I can't stop thinking about that child with the undercut. It haunts my dreams.
Oh, what
Oh
is
no.
what is the next? Who's going next?
Yeah, okay?
Who's
Next, we can't
next?
fight about this.
Okay,
Yeah,
no
I don't wanna
more
talk about
Diluc
Diluc,
discourse,
no.
please.
No more.
If I hear the word Diluc again, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna shut this whole project down. We do not read about Celestia and Gnosticism and all that stuff just to apologize for Diluc. Okay, the next person to present is Han. And Han's description is that they think Chongyin, Shinsho, Bennett, and Razor should form a boy band. I agree.
This is so true. I agree.
No, I think they should be high five.
Han, you can ready your screen share whenever you're ready.
His mom.
Yes, please share your screen.
Let me. I'm trying to find a way to. And this is how to do it.
Yeah. Okay, hold up. Okay,
Okay.
it's loaded. It's loaded.
Okay, regarding the boy band thing, I actually wrote a short owl about it, but I might post it later. But it's mostly based on a bunch of stuff like Shiny 76. Yeah, they're a boy band there. Related to this. So I hope you guys can see the presentation and my voice is clearly. I feel like I'm speaking in a Zoom meeting, but hopefully it's okay. So, hi everyone. Thanks for this. This feels like a meeting. Thanks for watching this. And basically, what I'm going to talk about is about the Genshin and Tarot and my Major Arcana edition. Why there is another part of Tarot which is the Minor Arcana edition, but it has 56 cards, and I don't understand half of it. So we're just going to go to the basis. So what is Major Arcana itself? It's basically the soul of the Tarot that symbolizes life's great mysteries. And it's also known as the journey of the Fool that leads from innocence to enlightenment, with the Fool itself as the hero. And along the way, they encounter many trials that shape them into become a better person. And more often than not, this Fool is accompanied by a guide throughout their journey. So basically, it's the whole Genshin Impact game as a storyline. So there is basically 22 cards in the Major Arcana, and it can be said that all of these cards are connected to one another in a sequence. So their journey can be right from the Fool until the world sequentially. So let's start with the first card, which is the Fool. And it symbolizes innocence, beginnings, hope, and opportunity. And based on my earlier point, the Fool itself is the protagonist of the story, which is why the Traveler easily fits into this category. And at the start of the story, the Traveler doesn't know anything about Teyvat. They are not familiar with it, and they learn more about the world as they goes by, and they learn through it from other characters or through quests or information that they receive from other characters. This is probably the simplest description of the reasoning. The second card is the Magician, which is basically the powerful, wise figure, which has the ability to understand how the world works better than the protagonist itself, and they can be seen as the representation of one's inner guide, which is basically what Paimon is to us as a players. She definitely knows more about how things in Teyvat works, And the way the developers put her is basically as a guide for the traveler and us as a player. So that's why I choose this emergency food as one of the card representative. The third one is mostly the High Priestess, and she basically represents wisdom, knowledge, someone that is well aware about how the world works. There is no other person that symbolized knowledge in the whole Genshin Impact playable characters better than Lisa. Spoiler, minor disclaimer, might only contain playable characters, and it might not even contain all of them, because there's like 30 playable characters and there's only 22 cards. Going back to Lisa, she's basically the best student in the Sumer Academia, and there was a line in her story where it was said that if there's a body of knowledge, there's a chance that Lisa already knows about it. So yeah, it can be said that she is full of wisdom, and even in the manga, she is said to know about the story behind how Diluc came to hate the Knight of Favonius. So she's definitely know how things works in the Teyvat world. The fourth one is the Empress, which is a female figure who governs and protects the security of her home. And the acting grandmaster is definitely the Empress. In this case, she is extremely devoted to Mondstadt. She takes her role seriously, but at the same time, despite her skills as a swordsman, she believes more in protecting rather than destroying. She prefers to be a shield compared to a destructive force, which is aligned with how she prefers to protect first before attacking something. And then we have her clan motto, which is for Mondstadt as always, which is not far to say that Jean would do anything to protect and ensure the harmony of her home. And this is just a personal opinion, but I think she is one of the characters that has quite a major death fight, especially due to her clan motto itself. She would probably sacrifice herself before, if it means it can save Mondstadt. And then we have the Emperor itself. Him, basically a figure of supreme authority. We have Diluc, is more or less perfect in anything. Like I don't think it's possible for him to be bad at something other than drinking. But yeah, despite his dislike towards the Knight of Favonius, she does have faith and respects some of the members of it, especially Lisa and Jean. In addition, his Dark Knight hero or his Batman persona shows that despite everything that has happened, despite how the Knights have treated his father's passing, he does still care about the Mondstadt citizens. And it shows that his underlings, I'm not sure how to call it, but probably underlings does put a lot of respect and trust him and put him on a pedestal. Even though it's not explicitly stated, we can see that even someone as Khaenri'ah still believes that Diluc is someone who can save Mondstadt itself. The hero part, which is basically spiritual authority, and this is basically Fenty as a whole because he's a god. And despite his playful persona and playful personality itself, he is still Barbados, the god of wind, who is a referred figure to the citizen of Mondstadt. And even though he might jokes around and says, "Hey," and goes Yahoo every 5 seconds and refuse to come home even after 8 pulls, he does have a way to speak wisely and somewhat philosophically whenever he assumes his animal Archon persona. And even though he might be able to be seen as someone who doesn't take his job seriously, his early quest where he's doing his best to protect the Varian shows that he still cares about his job. And then we have this guy right here, the Lovers itself. And despite the name, the Lovers is not actually a card about romantic love and union. Rather, it's about cooperation or working together between two different parties. And to Khaenri'ah, someone who is of Khaenri'ah ancestry, yet he was mostly raised in Mondstadt, he can be said to be living in two worlds, like Hannah Montana. And as time goes by, we can see that he is struggling and doing his best to coexist as someone from Khaenri'ah origins and a former spy and a captain for the Mondstadt Knights. Yeah, this is just an excuse to put Kaya in. And then we have the Chariot, which is more about controlling opposing forces, willpower, and resolving conflict. I think Kiching is suits this card because she doesn't put her faith in the Liyue gods as opposed to most of the people in Liyue. Rather, she is all about taking control from herself within. She finds strength from herself, and it wasn't until sometimes later that she came to understand why people believe in the gods. But still, she looks into herself first before relying on other forces, and that's why she is girl boss. Ah, this is probably the easiest. My choice between strength is actually either by Beidou or Klee, but Beidou's strength is not just physical, but it's also mental. Mental strength. She is definitely someone who is powerful. She managed to beat a alterationless, but her strength is not limited to just physical. She is strong in terms of mental as well. She managed to hold her ground against the Liu Qixing, and despite his disagreements with most of them, including Ningguang, all of the Liu Qixing seems to put so much faith in her, which I think it says a lot about her strength as a person. Okay. The hermit itself is mostly a figure who one can rely on to when you need a guidance, and I think this is where Barbados and Rexlab is different. Like the citizen of Mondstadt definitely rely on Rexlab in terms of business from his standpoint. They look to him whenever they want to make a business deals. And when he was gone, it was implied that even someone like Kiching, who does gods, has a hard time to adjusting with it. So that's why I think someone like Zhongli radiates wisdom and functions as a guide to his citizens, his believers. Wheel of Fortune goes to Ningguang. He is definitely someone who understands the value of hard work better than no one else. And if we were to go by her vision origin story, it could be said that how she managed to get her vision itself is mostly by chance, since she encountered a sort of that vision, and it activates when she touched it. So it's basically it changed her life in a way. And I think there was a lore itself where she basically started as a dirt poor common folk before she became someone who at her now. So a lot of her success comes from both hard work and change and good luck itself. I think this point is already mentioned in the earlier presentation about Xingqiu as the Hydro Archon, but basically no one symbolized justice better than him. And to add more to the point, I think the Hydro Archon presentation also adds that his Hydro visions mean he's more or less aligned with the Hydro Archon, whose divine ideal is justice. But Xingqiu's astrologist zodiac sign is also Libra, which is also the sign of justice itself, and even the what is it called? The Libra insignia is a symbol that is used by lawyers. So there is justice and possibly a Hydro Archon. Who knows? The Hand. This is actually a kind of a sad card. It's someone who is suspended between the past and the future, and someone who has lost a lot of things in their lives. And even though they might be willing to move forward, they still carry burden from their past. And our emo Sasuke, our green Sasuke, Xiao, is someone who fits into this stereotype. He is the last of the Yaksa. He suffers burden not just from the negative surroundings around negative karma energy, but also from losing all of his past friends. And also, Liyue itself has changed a lot since he was young. So he has to make do with what it is. Yeah. I wish you happiness, Xiao. That earlier I was thinking about putting Hu Tao here, but I think Chichi will fit into the category better than Hu Tao, mostly because the whole storyline of how she get her vision is after her death. She was once an ordinary child, before she was given a cryovision at the last moment of her life, and that's how she transformed from a child to a zombie. And I think her journey itself symbolized the rebirth and transformation aspects of the death card. And the death card itself doesn't actually signify physical death. It's more of an end of a cycle and promise that a new life will follow afterwards. So it can be said that Chi-Chi's cycle as a human has ended, but his new cycle of life as a zombie has just begun. Chongyun. The Temperance card is more or less similar to the Justice card. It's about balance. And to Chongyun, his whole life has been spent struggling to keep his energy in check. He wants to keep everything in balance because he doesn't want to upset things. Mostly he fears what would happen if he lost his balance and he would just go crazy. And although he can be seen as a bit cautious and calculating of his actions, he does cares a lot about people around him, and he's doing his best to maintain the balance of his life. And that's why I choose him for the card that indicates balance and moderation, because that's the key to his overall approach in everything. The devil. Okay, there's no smart explanation between this. I was just thinking, oh, Fatui, evil, and has a delusion. Okay, you're the devil. That's to summarize it up. But also, I think the devil card itself also symbolizes letting go of all fears, or someone who is currently trapped in his current situation. And I think Tartaglia, I don't know how to say his names. Tartaglia is can be seen as he's not sure if he should follow the current Fatu leaders or if his leader is wrong, and he has both vision and delusion. So he's sort of in the middle of things, and that's why I choose him as the devil itself. If you were to look up the depiction of the tower as a tarot card, it often portrays a huge tower that is struck by lightning, and that is basically how Razor received his vision. It was in the middle of a lightning storm where he was taken away by, I think it was by Abyss Mage, and his wolf companions came to rescue him, but they all passed away. And in a way, it could be said that he's both the tower and the lightning that struck it. And it was also during that time where he received his vision. And even though the story itself is really, really sad, it was in the wake of the chaos itself that Razor realized that if he wants to protect his loved ones, then he has to be stronger and has to free himself from the imprisonment of his old ways. Like, he cannot just stay as a wolf boy. He has to train to better gain control of his electrovision to take care of his Lupical. And that's why the tower card. Okay, this one is a bit easy. I was on the fence between putting her or Noel because I think both of their stories are similar. They have both the light at the end of the tunnel plot, but basically why I choose Barbara is because of her idol persona as well. So she is a star in both of the idol sense and literal sense itself. She received her vision origin story she received her vision after helping someone. And even after she received it, her first concern is still if the young boy that she saved is better. She put herself second, and it was a really big deal as someone who has spent her whole life being second to her sister. For the first time ever, she decided to put herself second on purpose. So that's why I think she fits in the category of the star the best. The moon itself, different from star, which symbolizes hope. The moon is more about the unconscious energy, like it's the mystical part of the world, and that's why I choose Mona, because no one understands the sort of psychic dreamlike impressions in the Teyvat world better than her, and maybe Albedo as well. But Mona is more in tune with the spiritual sense, whereas Albedo is more on the scientific-ish sense, and that's why I choose her as the moon. Oh, for Clay, it's mostly because her overall energy itself and the fact that her title is literally the fleeing sunlight. So she is the sun she's basically the embodiment of the sun. And if you saw the video where she jumped and there was an explosion behind her, I think that could be seen as the sun exploding itself. Like she is brighter than the sun. And maybe it's the fact that she's still a child, or maybe it's her bomb making skill, or maybe it's her pyrovision. But I think she is someone who is full of energy and embodies the happiness that the sun gave to people. Also, the sun itself is one of the most joyful cards, and even if the cards come out as reverse in the tarot reading, it doesn't have a negative meaning. So I think it symbolized Cleo as well. She is someone who definitely full of positive energy. Judgment itself can be seen as negative because who likes to be judged, and it also symbolizes regeneration and rebirth, but it's also related to the Judgment Day in I think most of the Abrahamic religions, and I think this is why I decided to choose Hutao for this because she is related to that very closely. And if we were to go by her vision origin story, we know that she experienced a period of confusion after her grandfather's passing, and it wasn't until she accepted the reality of the situation that she was able to move forward with a smile on her face, and the rebirth itself is related to her. And I love how she viewed that afterwards. Like she doesn't see it as the ending itself. She wants to make the people who lost their loved ones still smile. And yeah, I think that's why she fits into the category of judgment best, despite her light-hearted nature. And the last card itself is the world, and the world itself represents the end of the fool's journey. So after they have gone through all of the trials and tribulations, they managed to reach their end goals. And initially, I was thinking about putting Teyvat as the world, but that wasn't the actual goal of the traveler itself. The main goal of the traveler from the very beginning is to reunite with their sibling, and this is the rare occurrence where the representative of the fool and the world card itself is the same. But I think that's why I decided to put it as it is because it fits the whole story of the Genshin Impact better as a whole. Yep, I think that's all from my end. Hopefully, this is beneficial to you guys in some way, and I hope I'm not just a presenter to you guys, but also an insane person. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man. That was awesome.
And that was literally so good. What the fuck?
You're right.
Our point was so good.
I learned a lot.
Yes, I enjoyed it so much.
Do you have any questions for this one? This is so interesting. I'm like, my mind is kind of like, wow, like tarot. You're so good. This is amazing.
I'm in pain.
Oh, what's Chongyun's card? Sorry.
Telling has temperance.
Temperance. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yes, Han,
Yes,
please
please
post
post it.
it.
That was so good.
We will boost
That was
it
so good,
everywhere.
so good. Everything feels so spot on.
Okay, I'm next. I'll just go. I probably have the worst one.
What's your topic today?
No, Chia, you're sexy. What the fuck?
No, this is like literally
true.
the memeiest presentation today because, I mean, you guys put so much thought into your crack theory. And then Gabby's rating tier list is also so funny. I'm literally just reading someone's Reddit post. So let me wait.
Wait, are we getting a full narration of the
Yes, that's what you're getting.
Thank you for this.
Wait,
wonder how
is
many
it
people know about
sharing?
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we can see it now.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
mostly a live reading. It's not anything new or insightful. My introduction is Chia loves Hutao and is Hutao Guinea. Okay, I'm literally just reading someone's post and giving a bit of context to this joke that we've been talking about in the survey for a bit. So my in-game name is NingguangPlayToyy, and it was inspired by this incredible Reddit user who mysteriously disappeared when we needed him most during the Huta release. So I will tell you guys all the story of NingguangPlayToyy. Okay. So NingguangPlayToyy, contrary to their name, is the number one Hutao simp. I don't have their Reddit profile anymore because they're suspended. You'll find out why later. But they're just this person who essentially started posting a lot on Hutao mains. And this is a preview of NingguangPlayToyy and their words, what they've left on me, what they've imparted on everyone here. So in the background, some insight on some messages they've sent. So let me go back to the Hutao League era first. So as you guys know, February was like super painful for Hutao simps. We got like the character sheet leak, I think like November or October, like as early as that. But then we started getting data mines for Hutao around like the start of January. And everyone was expecting her to be shown in the 1.3 live stream, obviously, but then she wasn't there. It was so painful. And fun fact, in case people have forgotten, Hutao is still the only character who's not hinted at during the update live stream or like visually re-released. Everyone else has been, and it's likely Yanfei and Eula also won't be kept a secret during the update stream. So, just that. And it was like so painful. This is just like some screenshots of me thinking about the day that it was revealed that Kaching was in a banner instead. It was so harsh. But yeah, despite this pain during the leak era, Hutao sims everywhere persisted. Something interesting also that we obviously know isn't happening anymore is that the leaks for this character were like really coordinated by those popular Twitter leakers. Somehow I had become a moderator of Hutao Maids, even though I only go to Reddit to check her sub. And I was just like refreshing the sub an unhealthy amount of times. I'm just looking for updates, and also because like leaks were released every few days. And there was just one recurring name that stood out on r/Hutao mains, and it was Okay, so a bit about NingguangPlayToyy's life. They were so loyal. This is one of their first comments on the subreddit I was able to track down. The timestamps are off because I sent these live to my friends group chat. So these are like the images of their messages that I can recover. Okay, reading time. NingguangPlayToyy 10 hours ago edited with a silver award. My waifu, my soul, my reason for existence. Her red eyes, silk smooth brown hair, sexy black nails. I love you, Hutao. Bury me. I will sell my soul and life just to be your slave or your footstool. You are beautiful. Kill me with your soft, smooth hands. I want to feel the coldness of your hands all over my body as you bury me. Note how bury is spelled with 2 R's. I'm not sure what that means. NingguangPlayToyy is also an investor. I don't know if you guys were following the GameStop stuff in January, where like every dude on the internet was like screaming about how they were gonna overtake Wall Street. But then NingguangPlayToyy was talking about selling GameStop shares just for Hutao constellations. And this comment wasn't on Hutao mains. This is like on the game. This is on Wall Street bets. And I think GameStop shares at that time were about like $110. So it's like $500 for Hutao constellations. 5 shares for Hutao. You can only imagine if he actually went and sold them. NingguangPlayToyy also just left us like many random text posts on the subreddit. This is one of the first posts that I saved in its entirety. He spelled constellations as consolations. I will do a reading of part of it. I plan on going for Hutao C1. Her charge attack consumes no stamina in her E-state, which I think is huge. And Hutao is my life. I swore to myself, I would use or build no other pyro character other than Hutao. I love Hutao so much. I'll gladly sell my soul for her. She has beautiful brown hair, nice waistline, thick thighs, and a lovely smile. She has the body of a goddess. I will sell my soul, my life, just to be her slave or footstool. I'll give anything for Hu Tao. I love her. My life goal, reason for existence, is to be killed and buried by Hu Tao's smooth, soft, cold hands. I want to feel the cold of her hands on my body before she slowly takes my life with a smirk on her face, spitting on my grave as she fills it with soil from her sexy hands. And I'm not the only one who was paying attention to this random dude on Reddit. I mean, his posts were actually like getting a good amount of upvotes if they weren't deleted by the other like subreddit owner. He was like actually posting on every single thing on every single thread on the sub, and you know he just left an impact on so many people instead of me. NingguangPlayToyy was also intensely curious. He wasn't just interested in Hu visually, he was preparing for her release. Here's a poll. I have Jade Spear level 90. Is it worth pulling for Staff of Homa? Description. Hu I love you. You're my life. Most people voted no. But this is unfortunate because I know a lot of us here are also simp for people at the same level of NingguangPlayToyy, but then NingguangPlayToyy was spiraling and they were pretty open about how their love for Hu Tao was causing pain and like physical physical deterioration on their life state. There were some posts that I couldn't retrieve, but I just saw glimpses of when because on the Hu Tao main's Discord, there's like a bot that automatically posts the Reddit posts that are new. So this is and I actually think I got the text from it. So another post that NingguangPlayToyy left, it was just named to Hu Tao. I'll do a reading of this because it's different from the other messages. Hu Tao, please kill me. Hu Tao, I love you. I want to be the first to be killed and buried by Hu Tao. Hu Tao, please bury me with your cold hands. Dig my grave. Kill me, spit on me as you bury me. Laugh at me as you fill my grave with earth. I would love to see the white of your beautiful teeth, your angelic smile, as I lay half conscious with my life slipping away. Tell me how worthless I am. I will come back to life every time, just to be killed by you and re-experience this moment with your beautiful soul. Hu Tao, you are precious. I love you. My soul and my life is owned by you. No one else to you, I give me life. I hope I'm worthy enough to die in your arms. It's so ominous. There's also more normal posts. When the Xiao banner dropped, NingguangPlayToyy informed us that the Xia banner has dropped. Hu Tao Sim, stay strong. Palms up. Gem, palms up. When times were getting tough and we were just getting leaks sporadically, NingguangPlayToyy was commenting, reminding people to stay strong for her. Everyone repeat this chant with me. I shall not build any more characters other than Hu Tao. I shall not make a single wish on any banner other than Hu Tao. I shall not pull for Xiao. I shall farm resources for Hu Tao. I shall not play with any pyro wife other than Hu Tao. I swear to obtain Hu Tao. I swear to use Hu Tao on my squad every day. I swear to listen to Hu Tao voice lines every day. I swear to play Genshin every day to keep Hu Tao company. Okay, repeat after me. I shall not pull for Xiao. I shall not pull for Kaching. I shall not pull for Xiao. I shall not pull for Kaching. I shall not pull for Xiao. I shall not pull for Kaching. I shall not pull for Xiao. I shall not pull for Kaching. This is a pledge that I swore by. Unfortunately, I pulled for Xiao. And in Act 3, we have Hu Tao makes my heart ache. So this was the legendary post preceding NingguangPlayToyy's disappearance. So this is really long, so I won't read the full thing. I'll just read highlights. But I don't have a screenshot of the Reddit post, but I luckily saved the text because I noticed that NingguangPlayToyy started deleting their text posts. So I copy pasted everything and saved it on Discord somewhere. So that's why this isn't like a Reddit screenshot. But NingguangPlayToyy posted this text post just called Hu Tao Makes My Heart Ache. Okay, let's begin. Ever since the release of Hutao leaks and character models since last year November, when there was very little art or knowledge about her, I fell in love with her. Head over heels, waifu at first sight. Since that November, the weight has been craving away at my heart, knowing that she wouldn't be in the game for a while. I've been waiting about 3 months plus for the release of our Queen Hutao. I swore to myself I would not build any other pyro waifu or art character other than Hutao till she comes out. I'm just gonna read the whole thing. Right now, I'm at AR 55, sitting at 6 characters built and waiting for Hutao to be my first and only pyro character I would have, and my 7th character. As of now, I have farmed her artifacts, skills books, talent map for her, not artifacts. Waiting for her first early gameplay. I don't know why he contradicted himself, but that's okay. But along with this, I have developed a very unhealthy habit that is possibly damaging to my mental health and my concentration to anything not related to Hutao. Ever since November, I've been scouring the web for everything Hutao related, from voice lines, leaked pictures to her whole kit to tons and tons of fan art. Lots of fan art. I've tried joining as many Hutao communities as possible just to try and feel as close to my queen as possible. I devoured as much art and Hutao-related content as humanly possible. Every time before I sleep, I think of Hutao. When I sleep, I dream of Hutao. When I'm in online classes, I daze off thinking how my life would be if I had Hutao right now. My soul formed a strong addiction to Hutao. I don't know how to put this, but I love her. I love her to bits. With my soul, my body, my heart, I love every bit of her. I listen to her voice lines on repeat, in Japanese, English, and China dub every day, in the morning and the evening before I go to sleep. It has gotten to the point I can't go a day without devouring Hutao content or my head would hurt. I swore to myself I will obtain her C1 at any cost. As of now, Hutao has become my reason of existence, my reason of being the reason I wake up every day, the reason I'm motivated to go to online classes and study hard so I can play this game longer. I'm 17 right now, turning 18 next month, mid-March. Hutao release around that time couldn't make me any happier. Couldn't make me any happier. This is our first glimpse of their age. But this came at a cost. Hutao got me addicted to her. My concentration, my focus, my goals, etc. in real life are all being disrupted by this. I can't go an hour without looking at this sub for Hutao content, which has also affected my mental state and craving for her. Every day that passes, my heart aches. It cries. It weeps, waiting for Hutao to slowly remove it from its body and bury it underground with her beautifully smooth, cold hand. The more I drift closer to Hutao, the further I stray away from reality. If this continues, I feel like I will fall down a rabbit hole too deep to come back from. Right now, I need to focus and study. I have exams in a few weeks, and Hutao, no matter how much I love her, is a big distraction for me. I'm still a Hutao simp, by the way. I will always love her. But as of now, I will be taking a break from Reddit completely till Hutao comes out in March. I'm doing this to regain my real-life focus Hutao stole from me. I will always treasure her. And I'll treasure Hutao. The more I think of her daily and the amount of time it will take for her to come makes my heart ache with grave pain. When Hutao comes back, I will pull her for her C2 and I will play with her every day. Thanks for reading this. I love you, Hutao. You are my life. We will meet in March. That's the end of their last essay. Hutao makes my heart ache. So, yeah, leaks started getting higher quality around like mid-Feb. People weren't just reenacting her E-stants, giving us crumbs of anything Hutao. Then NingguangPlayToyy disappeared when we needed him most. He got suspended. He also got banned from Hutao mains on Discord. This is this is their account. Got banned for spamming not safe for work images of Venti. It was so sad. It was so sad. But even though NingguangPlayToyy disappeared, I'm sure there are a lot of lessons that we can learn from them. First is love. So NingguangPlayToyy is actually back. So this was in March. The Hutao simp. And remember, NingguangPlayToyy tells us that you don't pull because of damage or playstyle. You pull because of personality and character design. This is the unity we all felt when we pulled for a character who had no information yet about their abilities or animations. We were just looking at her from a leak document. NingguangPlayToyy teaches us love. Another one is NingguangPlayToyy teaching us restraint. I feel like NingguangPlayToyy definitely probably self-banned themselves because I did not ban them at all from this subreddit, and they just disappeared. So I'm sure that they self-froze or something like that if there's an equivalent on Reddit, and they did it so they could focus on school. So they could enjoy Huta more fully when she comes out, and that's something some of us need to learn. Also, NingguangPlayToyy taught us loyalty. Even if their name's NingguangPlayToyy, they fully committed to turning into a Hutao simp. And NingguangPlayToyy actually shared their Hutao status as of late, so they got her crowned. Very proud of NingguangPlayToyy. don't that's not C2. Yeah. They went C2. Yeah. I don't know if he got home, I should check. But, loyalty pays off, so we're proud of them. And NingguangPlayToyy also taught us about Hutaoism. The hype for Hutao is insane. I'm sure you guys know that her subreddit is like the second highest after Kaching mains. It's so unexpected because there's like no content about her. And I was personally inspired. I hope some of you were inspired by NingguangPlayToyy as well. So personally, this is me copy pasting their message on Facebook when I reshared the Hutao Knights announcement. I don't know if people got that this is a joke. It's on my profile still. Yeah. Oh, I forgot I made this scrollable. Yeah, when they dropped the Hutao announcement, this is me on FB. Big thing. All my family and friends see that. And now my in-game name is named HutaoPlayToyy after the NingguangPlayToyy that has inspired me. This is a screenshot from Raf. Shout out to you. Thanks for the screenshot. It's like a day after on the hour of Hutao release. Add me, my UID's there if you'd like on Asia. Yeah, thank you for listening to this presentation and live reading of NingguangPlayToyy. This is a stupid gacha game, but then sometimes we meet people who really change our life and perspective about things. And this is just like a random 17-year-old kid who plays on the Europe server. But then, it's insane how much laughs I got out of moderating the sub and just following Hutao Leaks because of this person. And we will always remember NingguangPlayToyy. We will always let their words live on. We will never let them die. Thank you.
God,
Speechless.
legacy lives on in the Khaenri'ah server.
I will
Thank you,
check the
Tia.
scoreboard.
I feel like I've been indoctrinated into a cult.
Tia,
Listening to the dramatic reading.
thank you for such good content. Maybe don't back read.
Our starboard says everything,
Our starboard is fucking filled from this PowerPoint party.
I love you, you're my life.
I love you, you're my life. Okay, I hope you all enjoyed learning about NingguangPlayToyy. Again, we experienced this in our friend server. We experienced this live. Like, the moment we started noticing the weird posts, Shia was like sending them constantly, and it was so good. Okay. I'm glad we've all gotten to learn about it.
I'm glad you. Thank you guys for putting up with me and my breakdowns during Hutao Leak era. But I'm so excited because it's the presentation it's time for the presentation we've all been waiting for, our last of the night. From Moe, a resident D-Luke apologist, and Venti Kinney, even though Venti's evil, and Maia again, who will be presenting. For Moe's one-line intro, all she wrote was Osile. And I think that's all you need to know about the next presentation. So feel free to screen share whenever you guys are ready. I'm so concerned.
I'll share my screen.
I'm here just to provide support. This is mostly
Is it showing?
Wait la.
Loading. Oh, it's showing. It's showing.
There, babe.
Okay, it's showing. So,
Take it away.
good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Khaenri'ah PowerPoint party. Here is my presentation, which has been Mia was a great help in helping me create this. It was a wild ride from start to finish. So today we will be discussing which Genshin monster is the most well life. The answer is none. Do not male wife a Genshin monster, please. But then that's also a very boring answer. So we're not going to stop there. We're going to rank each of them based on 4 criteria. Number one, would I bring this person back home to my parents? Number two, would they listen to my problems? Number three, are they good in bed at cuddling? And number four, do they respect women? So here's our pool of monsters. We will be discussing 14 people total, including Zhongli's exes, the weekly bosses, the two Lawachurls, and the normal bosses, including the Hypostases, the Oceanid, and those people. So let's start discussing which of these wonderful candidates is the best bachelor. So we'll start with Stonehide Lawachurl. Would I bring him home to my parents? No. Would he listen to my problems? No. He's a total gym bro. Look at him and look at the way he poses. He will probably tell me to go lift. And he likes go make me a sandwich jokes. Is he good at cuddling? No, he is not. He's mediocre but swears he's God's gift to women. Does he respect women? No. He's a gym bro and a meninist. He's also literally so defensive, and for what reason? Number two, Uko Frostarm Lawachurl. Let's remember that this one is irreplaceable. He's better than all other Frostarm Lawachurls that exist in Teyvat. He also he doesn't like people, so maybe he wouldn't be good with your parents. But I think he's very kind-hearted, and he will do his best to be gentle with you, and he does respect women. He just does have a lot of baggage. You should read this. This is a link, but I can't click it because it's not really a link. But it's included in the Khaenri'ah Lore library about Uko, the partially missing Frostarm Lawachurl. And this is a line from the princess's box that mentions him, which says, "Sorry, father, sorry, Uko, for constantly seeing our shameful behavior." Anyway, that being said, he has baggage, so maybe not the best male wife. I'm not ready. I can barely fix myself, so I can't, as much as I say I can fix someone, I can't. Next we have the start of the hypostases. We have Beth. Would I bring Beth home to my parents? Yeah, sure, why not? She seems like the popular blonde girl on the cheer team. Would she listen to my problems? Not really. She's probably more interested in other things. Is she good at cuddling? It depends on the day. And does she respect women? Yes, she is a woman. Because she is so flighty, you will have like a very on and off relationship with her. She also has like one of the worst revival mechanics in the game, like collecting stupid orbs. Like, no, she makes you jump through hoops for her. She's terrible. She's kind of toxic. I can't support Beth. Next is Aleph, the electrohypostasis. Would I bring him home to my parents? No, he's 1 out of 5. The guy my parents told me to stay away from. He also does not listen to your problems. He is only good at cuddling. This is his only redeeming, I'd say, quality. Sparks fly between you and him. He doesn't respect women either, so yeah, he's the type of person to play League of Legends and like Valorant and then swears he's really, really good, but he's not. He is the most interesting hypostasis, but he still doesn't have a good personality. I can fix him. Anyway, Gimel, the geohypostasis. He's pretty shy and he's very defensive. He keeps putting up walls like, no, It's not my job to do all the work breaking him down. You'll get close and then he'll get scared. But he is a good listener. I think he's pretty steadfast and loyal, but he doesn't like to be vulnerable. But he does respect women. So, out of all of the hypostases, I think he's a pretty good choice. If you wanted to date a hypostasis, you should date Kimmel. Next is Rodea, my girl, the Oceanid. Would you bring her home to your parents? Yes, you should. Boomer parents might not get along with her because she's a super environmentalist and she's not afraid to fight them on their stupid views and their inability to care about the earth. And she would maybe listen to your problems depending on it. She's very talkative. She likes to talk, So I guess it depends on her mood. She is good at cuddling, 5 out of 5. The power of the water is its ability to take any shape. And she also does respect women, unless you are an assassin from the homeland. Anyway, she's great, but she probably will tell you to keep. She keeps trying to tell you to go vegan. Next is Geo Dragon, who once raged with the king, or the Primo Geo Visap. Your parents like him because he seems pretty stable. Seems like a pretty good guy. He would listen to your problems if he's feeling nice, but not all the time. Pretty much would just fall asleep right after cuddling. But he is a good cuddler. He keeps it interesting. You never really know what you're gonna get. But he does not respect women. He believes in not all men. And I've written here, gotta keep putting up shields around this guy. He tries to change for you, but you don't really know who he really is. He has many different versions. Sometimes he's Electro, sometimes he's Hydro, but he never really shows you who he truly is. And that's not very male wife of him. Next is Pyro Regisvine. Would you bring him home to your parents? We think no. He likes to play devil's advocate and he will fight them because he just enjoys fighting for no good reason. That being said, he would not listen to your problems. And every time you do want to talk to him about your problems, you'll have to tiptoe around him because he'll find, like, you can tell him, like, oh, I was sad today because I was feeling lonely. And he'll be like, you were feeling lonely? Like, I'm always with you. You're going. So, yeah, not very good at that. But he is good at cuddling. I think he's very warm and he's a very aggressive cuddler, which is nice to some people. I personally like it. Does he respect women? A 2 out of 5 score? Not so much. Yes. He is constantly trying to provoke you, but you can cuddle after and everything will be okay. Next is Cryo Regisfine, which is much worse than Pyro Regisfine. He's an incel, so all of his scores are 0 out of 5. His only high score is cuddling, which is a 3 out of 5, which I've marked as eh. Heart is cold as exterior. You think you can fix him? Baby, you can't. He's just old. Next is Wolf of the North. Would you bring him home? Yes, he's a great dad and he's lovely. He takes care of Razor and I think Razor has learned a lot from him. He's wonderful. He would listen to your problems. I think he's the best out of everyone. He's soft and beautiful and he will treat you right. He treats you like a princess. He also respects women and will challenge men that catcall women on the street. He keeps a picture of his love in his locket. He has 3, so he has 3 pictures of you. That's great. Next is Devalin, featuring a line from Han. The whole Devalin quest is about fixing him, which is so true. Yes, you can bring him home to your parents. He's kind of guarded, but he is polite, and it takes a while to get to know him. But he would listen to your problems. He's very kind. But as a cuddler, he's very passive, and he just kind of lets stuff happen around him. Unless that's like, that's what you're into. But like, I'm not. So this is subjective. He respects women, so that's good. All of his friends are bad influences, but he has a weak spot for you, and he is a successfully fixed former male manipulator, which is more than anyone else on this list can say. Next is Foul Legacy Chilled. You cannot bring him to your parents. Child, I'm so sorry. He will pretend to listen to your problems just because he, I don't know, he'll probably do it just to amuse himself. And he is pretty good at cuddling. He has a lot of stamina for cuddles, which is great. So he gets a 10 out of 10 score. He's low-key misogynistic, but like, you don't mind. I don't mind, I don't mind. Hey, girly. Here's a line featuring Zhongli who says, literally all of y'all going into the golden house, I can fix him looking ass. Bob the Builder bitches rhymes. Next is our friendly Leek Dahaka, or I guess it's Azdaha. I don't think this is his actual name. Like Asile, he literally went to jail, so your parents would approve of him. He would listen to your problems, sure, but I think he has ulterior motives. Like, I'm pretty sure that he's a cult leader trying to recruit you, like the little girl at the bottom of the tree. It's kind of freaky. So, it's like you get number 3, the good cuddling, but then you also accidentally join a cult. So there's good and bad sides to everything. He does not respect women. Zhongli goes to him for a reason. So be careful with him. He's not the best of the male white monsters. And last is Asile, our problematic fave, whom me and Maia have rated our favorite and top tier male wife monster. While you can't bring him home to your parents, he would listen to your problems. He has 5 heads. If one of them is busy, the other 4 will listen to you, and I think that's full of love. He is also good at cuddling. There's no explanation needed. He has 5 heads. And does he respect women? Yes. I recommend you read volume 2 of the Records of Julian called The Palace Under the Sea, which talks about how beautiful the undersea is, and how women from like a village, like they come to love that place there more so than their own home. So I think Asile, yes, he's a good guy. So here is the compiled tier list, ranging from male wife tier, boyfriend tier, cuddle buddies, just friends, and red flag self-hate tier. And here is also the circle of I Can Fix Him, featuring Shield and a little bit of Aleph. Yes. Thank you for listening to this presentation. I have nothing else to say, but Osile and Andreas, both of the North, are the best male wife monsters, with Rodea following is at a close third. Thank you.
Period.
Can you tell us a bit about? Wait, no, leave it back up. Put it back
Okay.
up. We're still
I'll put
discussing.
it back up. I'm sorry, I'm putting it back.
Is there a debate section? Is there a Q&A section?
Q&A
Is there a
time.
Q&A station?
Okay.
Can you tell
More-
us a bit about each of Asile's heads? Like, how do you see the distinct heads? Which one is good at
Yeah.
singing? Which one is Which one's the one who cooks? You know.
Okay, let's look at a picture of Asile and let's think about this. So we all know that obviously the one in the middle is probably the most assertive of all of the heads. He's the kind of leader type, and you can trust him to, like, he's the breadwinner of the family. So when he's out doing the work, the other heads will probably be around, helping you out. This head on the right, the second head to the right, this head, I believe that he's a little bit of a gardener. He has like a little garden at the back of your house, that he tries to water, but he's made of salt water, so you have to do it yourself. But he grows really good tomatoes. Next, we have this rightmost head, which is I think he's the best at singing. He just looks like he has like a really great voice. I mean, Barbara, Hydro singing, good at singing. Asile's the same. He's also good at singing. Maybe not as good as Barbara, obviously, but he does his best. It's a very like velvety voice. I would compare it to like Michael Bublé. I have no idea. Anyway, this leftmost head is the youngest head. Maybe the most problematic. He's a little bit rambunctious, a little spunky. He likes playing pranks on you. Like, what kind of pranks would he pull? Like, he'll think it's funny when he makes you trip or something. Can I make an online quiz on which one? Okay, we can create a U quiz for which Asile head should you date. I will. That is the
Khaenri'ah
next
sponsored you
Khaenri'ah
quiz.
project. Yeah. Then this last head. I think he's the sweetest of all of the heads. He's the one that cares for you the most. Like when you're sick and all of the other heads, like they're not human. They don't really understand um the trials of being mortal. But this head does his best to understand, and like he takes care of you when you're sick. He makes tomato soup out of the tomatoes of this head's garden. He's learning how to cook. He's not very good at it, but he's doing his best, and he enjoys it when you read to him. So there,
Oh,
there's
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
So the party chat is asking about your second tab over there.
Which tab?
The way you close it so fast.
Why are you hiding it? Everyone already saw
Coward,
it.
dude, coward. Open it,
They're
open it
asking
back up.
they're asking for references as visual learners, you know. Why did you
Okay,
put
we're all
Xingqiu?
visual learners here.
Ah.
We
Yo,
can
that
look at it together.
guy, Asile is a
I
fucking
don't know.
PNC male wife. Look at him. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
like of course he's the
The
biggest male
seal, the
wife.
seal on
Look
the
at
It's
crotch.
still
him.
recorded.
This is your
It's okay. I don't think there's anything bad here. Just look at him. He's so beautiful. Like what? This is wonderful.
There's a chance he can come back again, He's already come back like, once.
Oh yeah. I'm
we need
I'm
child to
hoping
pop
he
off
comes
again.
back. I'm gonna let him
Yeah.
kill me over and over. Just to spend more time with him.
I should have just stood there in the quest, man. I
You
should have
had
just
the
let
most
him.
wistful sigh when you looked at us.
I just think he's a cool dude. He's just a really cool dude, okay? I don't know. I mean, he's just a nice guy. I think he's just misunderstood. Like, I get that he tried to destroy you and whatever, but
I can fix him.
Exactly. No. Honestly, I don't think he needs to be fixed, okay? Like, I'm sure he has his reasons. Like,
Bob the Builder bitches, let's go.
that's all. I'm going to stop scrolling. Let's just stop on like a pretty picture of him.
Yeah. In his defense, he just woke up,
Yeah, he's a grumpy
Yeah.
sleeper. Like, can you blame him? Like, do you not get angry when you wake up? Exactly.
I'll still apologize.
He
Look,
deserves it.
You gotta choose. Am I allowed to be an Asile apologist, or am I allowed to be a Diluc apologist? Which one is better than the other?
Yes.
Honestly,
They agree.
Osio is the right choice. See, you guys agree. Okay, we are valid. So, thank you for listening
Amazing,
to
amazing.
our lovely tier list. If you have other opinions, not about who should be ranked lower, but who should be ranked higher, please fight us in chat.
Okay,
Mayo should be higher.
while we're discussing this, don't forget to vote on the PowerPoint party voting. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know how to word things anymore. I just did a live reading of NingguangPlayToyy, so I'm like illiterate now. But again, I'm sending the voting form and it's in notice. We only have 6 responses so far, and there's quite a bit of people here. So help us decide so we can announce live and make this a dramatic crowning or something. Yeah.
A special thanks to Maia, who helped with my PowerPoint. I couldn't have done it
Oh,
without them.
let me write down
Anything for the
the
monsters.
PowerPoints that we got. Yeah, I feel like some forgot, and some people weren't here for all of them. So
And reminder if anyone came in late that the whole thing is available on Chia's Twitch. The VOD is available.
yeah, I'll post it in a bit. Yeah.
And I don't know if I want to relive my own presentation, but
Same, I don't wanna go through.
if you want to watch it back, it's all available.
Wait, I'm typing
We
down
had
the
very-
topics.
We had very good wholesome ones, and then we had some other ones.
How's everyone doing this evening or morning? Did you guys enjoy the party?
You guys enjoy our hot takes.
Honestly, this is a very I learned a lot tonight.
Yes, NingguangPlayToyy deserves to be known by all.
Yeah. Their legacy lives on through us, through Khaenri'ah.
Okay, let me share the topic titles and I'll paste it also. There's only 5, and yeah. You don't have to be exact in the favorite presentation name. Wait, can the staff help me tally? Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yes. Can you send the link?
Yeah, let me send the spreadsheet. Hang on. Wait, how do we tally this? What the fuck? Why did I make it like this? Wait, I guess we categorize it first. Wait lang. Sweet, I'm making 2 columns, and then I guess we just create a title, and then we'll count it.
Guys, Scaramouche is not a monster. Excuse me. If Moira and I excluded the really hot season mages because they are too human, we unfortunately cannot include Scaramouche. I'm so sorry.
Scaramouche is my monster.
We did. I was very close to including the look on the monster tier list. But we decided to omit the Abyss Herald, the Abyss Lector.
Yeah. We don't know
because-
yet how human the Abyss Herald is. He might just be a normal man in armor, so unfortunately.
They're like, I'm not gonna lie, like they would be pretty Malewife if we knew more about them. Like,
if you guys, when we have more normal male manipulators, more human male manipulators. Wait, Milo, what happened to the snowboard?
I forgot to add him.
Okay.
We're going to discuss it now.
Yeah. Moira and I did discuss it, but we forgot to put it in the PowerPoint. Oops. So he ranks
Underrated
very
king, so true.
underrated king. Yes. Okay. So what's the criteria again? Hold on. I'll scroll to Starboard. How convenient everything's in Starboard. Okay. Would you bring the snowboard home to your parents? I think yes,
Yeah.
because
Your parents love him, for sure. There's
he's a great conversationalist. He listens to your problems. Uh, he's a man of culture. He comes from a very interesting region. He has a lot to talk about. He's very old. He I'm sure he has a lot of stories. uh of course he's good in bed cuddling, because he's so soft, right? And in your fight with him, you can see that he has an unbridled passion. I'm sure like anyone can appreciate that. And he respects women for sure, for sure.
Polly, what's your mechanical keyboard?
Oh,
Kika, sorry.
yeah. I feel like this is an auditory version of several people are typing when Polly starts playing. I feel like I'm gonna get roasted. But um yeah, if you guys want us to make another tier list version that's enemies but not monsters, so the Fatui agents, the manipulators like Kea, Scaramouche, Diluc, we can always make it a second time, just saying. Yeah, Snowbear King owns property. He fights for his family, and he's so passionate. I'm sure that's really good for cuddling. Cuddling only.
Snowbeard King, evil real estate agent.
That's just
Yeah,
the
he's a
thing.
male manipulator. We have to accept it.
Venti is a
Yeah,
male manipulator.
guys, where are the hot human gijinkas of the Snowboard King? Come on. What the fuck?
Oh my god, I wonder if my Twitch account is gonna be like suspended or something for this. I'm so
I'm so
scared.
sorry. I'm
I,
really so
I,
sorry.
I'm gonna
I'm
ruin
making
my
a fake
account. I
word.
have 32 followers. I worked so hard for this.
Chia, if it's any consolation, I've seen people say worse on Twitch.
I okay. I think we have the winners. Wow, actually 18 people voted.
How many are we?
I think that's enough. I didn't vote.
Oh,
Okay. Well, let me know if I didn't tally correctly. I think this is pretty much it.
just looking at it, I think you're right. I don't need to count. I
It's
can't
not
count.
so mean. This is why this is how you fuck up elections and democracies. That looks right, yeah.
Please don't start counting.
In Arizona during the United States presidential elections. Yeah, that looks right.
I think that's correct.
Okay, thank you, Seaweed, for counting for us. I don't know how to count, so I really needed that. um, but we have our presenters. Or we have our winners. Sorry. I mean, everyone today is a winner. Technically, we set up this presentation thing just last week. It was Moira's idea mostly, and we didn't. The server literally just started, and we were like, we should do an event, and we came up with this PowerPoint party, and I'm very glad at these weeks we've shared together. Um, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the server so far and know that this is like the first of many events. And I know some of you have made PowerPoints for other things before, and some of you have expressed interest in talking but couldn't find the time. And this really came up with
Yeah,
like
I'm
very little notice.
to the Christians. I'm sorry that this was during Holy Week. We completely forgot about that
We're so sorry
when we
to the
were
Catholics.
planning it. Yeah,
Yeah,
to
this is so
those who said that they
inappropriate
wanted
to.
To those who said they wanted to present, but their family is holding them hostage because it's Holy Week, we're so sorry. We completely did not think about it. We just honestly, like in call, just went, okay, next week Friday, yeah, okay.
So sorry, Alana couldn't present because of Holy Week also. She currently she messaged me and she said she's trapped. So that's unfortunate, but we'll have many more. We're gonna create you quizzes and we'll do more podcasts like this and we'll do like streams talking about lore and like male wives and whatever. But I hope you guys have been enjoying the Khaenri'ah space so far and yeah. Thanks for everyone who left comments and who voted. We really appreciate it.
Lore and male wives, is that our tagline?
Yeah, lore and male wives, pretty much. Okay. Okay, so I guess I'll just announce the the winners. I think it's pretty clear.
I think it's, yeah.
I will color them in using the magic of Figma.
Yeah, we can make this a recurring thing. And if you guys want to present, honestly, it doesn't need to be as like as intense as what we did. We kind of this we were just opening up for everyone. But if you just want to talk about how underrated your fave is or how deep your fave is that no one really notices because no one reads their story, like you're allowed. Like if you want to talk about like the cultural touches that no one recognizes in Lie, or you want to talk about like fucking how diverse the flora and fauna of Teyvat is, you're allowed. Please don't feel pressured that our topics were kind of insane today. Okay, we can always do this again.
I hope you guys enjoyed. Our two winners who will be receiving Welkins, which means I will PayPal them like $6. The real life team. And the tarot card presentation. Congrats to Han and Moe and Mai. Yay!
Yay, congrats to the winners.
Clap, clap.
If you make a deal of PowerPoint, we will allow it, but we will also debate heavily in chat. You can't stop that.
That's the best
But
part.
you are free.
Do it, do
You
it.
are free. Yeah, you are free to present your case. Just saying. No, don't listen to those two. You're free to present your case. This is an open free speech.
Yeah. And you never know, there might be more Luke apologists that will happen. You just have to keep
You
on
know-
playing his voice lines in the background while you present.
No.
No, I have an idea. You guys can collaborate on it, but the collaborators will be anonymous. Only one brave soul will present it.
Okay,
Someone who is willing to take the blame.
Please, no more D-Luke.
Do the PowerPoint.
okay. So as we end, like this has been going on for 2 hours. Insane. Thank you for everyone who started off. I mean, who watched the whole time, and even the people who just dropped by for a bit. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed and had fun. Especially when we were just watching Mo do Abyss with like 5 health left on her whole team. But do our two winners wanna, I don't know, say a few words, acceptance speech or something? We can start with Han if you'd like to say a few words. I don't know.
Wait, thanks guys. I didn't expect this because I finished it like 5 minutes before it started, sort of. And, yeah. Next presentation would be ranking the Genshin ships, and the first one would be Albedo and me, and the second one is Nan. Thanks. Hope you guys are looking forward to it. Again.
That's so valid. Thank you for your acceptance speech. We'll DM you for details. Moy, do you wanna say some words?
I'd just like to thank everyone for the time that they have given to listen to my presentation. And I'd like to thank Maia for being such a huge part of my presentation. I wouldn't have been able to do it without them. I'm also very thankful for the existence of my male wife, Azayo, because he inspired me today, and I love him. Thank you. I'm so glad to receive this award on his behalf. Thank you.
Okay, well, that wraps it up. I hope you guys enjoyed and have a good night or morning to all of you.
If it's morning for you, I'm so sorry. This is how you started your day off.
This is a great start to my day as someone on the East Coast. Okay.
Thank you all for joining us. We will
Yeah.
see you in the next episode.